Thank you, Zoom, for that beautiful feature. Good morning and happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with all of us. You could be spending your time anywhere and you're spending it with us. And we appreciate that so, so much. I am so excited for all of the leaders that are going to be sharing with you today. I hope you have a notebook and a pen ready. I'm excited to learn from them. I'm excited to be inspired by them as well. Before I pass it off, I'm just going to share a little bit from me. So for those who don't know me, my name is Gloria McLean, and I am a platinum leader with Young Living. And I have been doing this for 5 years. So something that made me go all in, I think it's important because we go through this phase where we're kind of like putting our feet in the water, like kind of as long as it's easy, then I'm in. But when it gets hard, like I'm out, right? And it's like this place of teetering. And if you do that in this business, let me just tell you, it's a big roller coaster like the whole way through. So the quicker you can just be like, you know what, I'm in, I'm here for the highs, I'm here for the lows, the better. For me, it was actually an event. So I went to an event in Las Vegas. I heard another mom get up and share. She was a top earner in network marketing. And for her, her all-in moment was when she couldn't get the day off for her son's second birthday. And for me, I had just missed my daughter's first day of school working at my job that I was working 60 hours a week. And so I felt like I went there just to hear this one woman speak, and she was speaking directly to me. And she said, go all in. Stop being on the fence. Like you're never going to see the abundance. You're never going to see the wealth. You're never going to see the growth when you're teetering on the fence. And so I just decided in that moment, like I'm all in, and I've been all in ever since. There's no quitting for me. I'm here. I'm here till the end. I'm Young Living for life. I love this community. I love these products, and I still experience the highs and the lows. I still experience rejection. Just like when you're new, it's the same. You just learn to kind of roll with the punches a little bit as you're in. So my first piece of advice is decide that you are all in, and everything will change for you. It will no longer be a hobby. It will be a business, and that is massive. So go all in. So some of the things that I did to get here was consistent classes, just being consistent and teaching other people how to do what I was doing. So make what you're doing so simple that other people can do it too. This business is all about duplication. So if you're making it complicated, people can't keep up. So show up messy, show up imperfect, show up as you. Don't try and show up as anybody else. I can't be better at being someone else than they can be, but I can be the best me, right? So just show up messy. Trust me. When you show up messy, other people are like, if she can do it, I can do it. And that's great. Let them think that, right? Let them do better than you on your team. That's amazing. So things that I really do believe help me grow, and something we were growing every single month steady, like our bar went up, 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 up. And then I stopped doing this and I've started doing it again, and we've started going up, 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 up ever since. So this may sound like this can't be possible. It sounds too easy. Track your OGV every single day and then do a freaking happy dance about it. I don't care if you're at $3, which like you're not going to be, but like, I don't care if you're at 50 PV, do a happy dance. Somebody believed in you and bought from you. That's exciting. It doesn't matter what size that number is, get excited about it. That energy creates more. It attracts more. So track your OGV. Okay. Get excited. Do your little happy dance. I'm telling you, this works. And track your income. What you track expands. I don't know if you know that. So if you're not tracking your income daily, do that. I am telling you, ever since I started doing that again, this simple little thing has made all the difference, and we've just again. So I should have never stopped doing that. So what you track expands. So track that. Another thing I do is I make new connections every day. Okay. When I first started building this business, it was belly to belly and in a small town. And we saw massive growth doing it that way. And that way was beautiful. Something that 2020 gave me was online skills that I did not have. Okay. So if you're like, but Gloria, I'm not good online. Okay. Neither was I. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm willing to learn new skills. Always be willing to learn new skills. Who you are right now is not who you have to be in a minute from now, in 5 minutes from now. Okay. If you're like, but I'm shy. Okay. Well, if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. Right? Okay. Write that down. No. But show up, learn new skills for online. I literally go and I just follow 2 new pages a day on Instagram. Hi, baby. Sorry. I get distracted by cute babies and animals. But honestly, go online and just like 2 accounts every day. Like a couple pictures, comment on them without an attachment of where it's going to lead you, without thinking I'm going to get a sale from this. Like, just let all of that go. Just show up and meet new people. One fun way that I do that is Reels, and that seems to make me a lot of really fun connections. Again, I'm just showing up as me. And the more authentic I show up, like when I show the highs and the lows, the more deeper connections I'm making. So don't be afraid to be who you really are, okay? So that's another thing that I do. Apps that I look at every single day are Oily Trends. If you don't have Oily Trends and you're doing this as a business, like, you're missing a huge piece of the puzzle, because that is going to help you so much with encouraging people. We're like professional cheerleaders, okay? Our job is like, oh my gosh, you're almost a star. Like, yay, this is so exciting. Remember what it felt like for you when you first hit that rank. And maybe you haven't hit that yet, borrow that excitement from someone else. It's like the best feeling in the world. I remember Lisa gave me a little bag with like a thieves hand sanitizer and a little card, like, you hit star. And I was like, I did it. Like, it was the most exciting. I still have my star card from her. That's exciting. So be a professional encourager. So Oily Trends will give you all the amazing reports for that in one simple place. And then YL Insights, if you don't have that, that's where it shows you your paycheck. And that's really exciting to track. Remember, it's in US dollars. So like, go to the little Safari or whatever you use and be like, this US to Canadian, if you're in Canada, and you'll be like, oh, wow, that's way bigger than I thought. So just so you know. I already told you about the take messy imperfect action. I had a chat with somebody the other day. I don't think she's on the call, but I won't say names, but she was like, okay, I want to do this. I've been thinking about doing this for like a month now, and I'm just not sure how to put it out there. And like, do you think I should like do this, do this, do this, do this? And I said, you're overthinking it. Like, you are big time overthinking it. You're going to tell your story a billion more times after this first time you tell it. And each time it's going to get better and better and better. And you're going to tweak it, and you're going to find like what hits people and what doesn't. And it's going to get better. But it only does that if you just start. Thinking about it isn't getting you anywhere. Okay. Messy, imperfect action. So just start before you're ready. You're never going to be ready. I still go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit the live button on my Instagram because I'm scared of lives on Instagram. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Okay. I still get nervous before hopping on a Zoom. I still get nervous. And I just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it. Like, hey, now I'm in it. Now there's no turning back. Okay. The people that are successful are afraid. They just act in spite of that. They don't care. Like, they just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it. So that's another piece of advice. Put your blinders on and don't compare yourself to anybody else. You're going to hear some amazing advice from every single person that I pass you to today. Take the advice to your heart, but use it in a way that feels good to you. Okay. Being coachable doesn't mean you have to copy people, right? It's just like, you're listening to advice and you're taking it and using it in a way that works the best for you, because the destination is the journey. The journey is the fun part. Okay. So enjoy every single minute of it, and don't forget to enjoy it, because that's what attracts all the abundance and fun and growth. Okay. I love you all. I'm going to pass it over now to Sunshine. She hit the rank of silver in a pandemic, and I think it gave us all like a feeling. So yay, look at all these people cheering for you. I'm going to pass it off to her, and she's going to share her wisdom with us.
Thank you, Glo. Yeah, silver in the pandemic, working 5,000 kilometers away from my team. That's how I got it. So just to give you a little background, my name is Marie Soleil, but you may know me as Sunshine because it's so much easier and so much brighter. I am from Quebec. I'm living in BC. My team is almost all in Quebec. I have Anna on here. She's in BC. She's my only leg in BC. So that's pretty awesome. I started to do the business right away because my goal was to get rich and quit teaching. That was my goal. I'm still teaching. Well, I'm not teaching anymore. I have another job, but still doing my job. But I'm getting there, that's for sure. What was a big moment that made me go all in was a retreat. My first retreat with Glow, just before pandemic. I was a little star, like with all those silvers and executive leaders. I was like, why am I here? Like, really, I had an amazing weekend. I'm full of confidence. I think I've been known for that. I'm pretty confident, and I like to show my magic to everybody. But that being said, I never said that before. I was not as confident to build a business. And that weekend, I saw I could. So that's what really pushed me. And I think a month after that, I got senior star. And 2 months after that, I got executive. Like, that was crazy. Yeah, that went really fast. And that showed me I just needed to be all in. That was the only thing I needed. So that was a very awesome event for me. I think that we are all missing retreat and event right now, but those are spectacular. This summer, I got the chance to go to Quebec and meet my team. I've been working with them for like 2 years, never met them before. It's all like Instagram friends. We got to meet, and I saw a big boom in my team after that. So events are priceless. That's for sure. So 2 years ago, when I decided to go all in, Young Living was not doing things in French. Well, they said they was, but they were not. Like, it was like the website was horrible. It was horrible. So many mistakes everywhere, things that make no sense. So I just decided to go for it. My friends, my people are all back in Quebec. So I found a solution. I'm going to translate everything. Why not? I'm just teaching and doing a master at the same time. So I started to translate everything, all the tools from our leaders, everything. And the post, like, I really wanted to bring something to my people. And looks like it worked out. It worked pretty good. So I'm very happy I did all that work. That was hard. It was not easy. I was tired. I was sick of it. But I still keep going because I really believe in Young Living and what we have to bring. And yeah, no excuses. That's for sure. I don't know if you know that, but Quebec is one of the biggest province. And for Young Living, it represents 2% of the sale of Young Living Canada. Like 2%. So that's where I'm going. I want to grow that number, that's for sure. I've been working with corporate for the last almost year now. We are building Quebec more and more. There's a big thing coming for 2022. We're gonna have 6 events in Quebec with corporate. They're gonna do events like if they were starting a new country. I was on Northern Light, still doing it. Oh, are you okay, Glo? You're back? Okay. So yeah, so I think I just say yes and I figure it out. I have notes and I'm reading my notes, and that's all good. One thing that I do for my team is also those calls, but in French. The money mindset calls, I translate them for my people in French. So I do bring the same resources to my team, make sure that they have the mindset to grow with me. That it has been huge for me to be surrounded with powerful women and grow. So I want to bring that to my team too. So I would say one of the things that helped me the most is to not grow by myself, but make sure my team is growing too. And not like growing size, but growing inside. That's really important for me. What else I put there? Well, I got silver in August and I lost it. So just know that it happens. You can lose your rank and come back. November, I re-ranked to silver, so I'm very excited. Thank you, Black Friday. That was awesome. November was like unicorn month for us because I prepared my team. I was excited for Christmas. I was so excited for Christmas products, and I shared that since maybe August that I was really excited for Christmas product coming up. So I've been building that excitement. So when the Christmas product came out, everybody was excited. So that really helped my team, everybody to re-rank or rank. That was really helpful because a lot of OGVs went there. And then Black Friday. So for Black Friday, what I did some sunshine kits. So what I used, that was on the Black Friday sale. So that was really helpful. It helped my members. And I did contact every member one after one. Like, even if I don't know them that much, I just talk to everybody because that they are on my team. I feel like they need to know that information. So I'm gonna contact them. So I send a lot of voice message on Messenger, a lot. I don't really like the copy paste kind of way. So I do send vocals to everybody so they can hear that I am excited. Have you seen the Black Friday sale? Oh my God. So they can feel that. That really helps. I'm also talking about like elevate and thrive with my team. Show all the products. Like everybody can do that. Introduce 2% to the products. That's easy when you love the products. And I think that if you do buy every month, it's because you like the products. So why not share them and get a little paycheck with that? So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Did I hit all the points? I think so. I told you it was not always easy. So that's really important. You can lose your rank. I don't think everything is great and fantastic, but I think that you can be positive and just go with it. So here you go. I'm going to pass to Crystal.
Thank you. That was so great. I'm Crystal, and I just hit senior star. So my biggest thing that it's kind of interesting that Sunshine talked about the retreat. So I went to a retreat in September, and I think that's when I was like, okay, so this is like a thing. I don't have to worry about my perfectionism because I'm a recovering perfectionist, and I can just dive in and do things messy. And I'm a mom of 2 toddlers, and my husband works away for half the month. So it's a little, I always had like these hangups like, oh, I don't have time. I can't start this business. I'm a mom. Complacency kept coming up at that retreat. So it was like, okay, I'm just comfortable in motherhood, but I needed this for myself. I needed purpose again, other outside of motherhood. And so this Young Living came into my life at like the most absolutely perfect time. And I started using the products, and then it just naturally happened to share about the products because our household was having like win after win after win. So my first point is just to like show up with being messy, like just get on that live. Like you said, do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One of my lives from this past month was actually a friend reached out to me and said like her family was always getting sick. And so I was like, well, if she's dealing with this, then I'm sure there's many other families that are wondering, like, she's been watching me over the months and like how I use essential oils with my family and different products. So I just jumped on and I did a live, and I was like, well, if she's wondering, then maybe other people are wondering. So I think just like going in and really listening to what people are asking you and then going from there and doing that on your Instagram, or just sharing basically what's working with my own family, I've found to be the biggest thing. And then I'm super thankful for mentorship. So Lolo has been a great mentor, and then also Glow, so many people on this team. So if you just really like show up and listen, and I'm a big note taker. So, but then I realized I was doing that for months on end. And then I was like, okay, now the action needs to start. So then showing up on your own account and believing in yourself. So personal growth has also been huge, getting that confidence back and really just believing in myself again. That is helpful. So yeah, just realizing that I'm never going to have the time because motherhood of 2 toddlers is really busy, and doing it whenever you have moments. So I post my stories throughout the day, just kind of like when I'm using something, that's what I'm using right now. So I just do it naturally as it comes. One of the things is that there's definitely growth and I need to learn more, like batching content. There's different ways to save time. So I'm still learning all those different things. But like Glo said, sharing reels, I think I overthought a lot of this business and it doesn't need to be complicated. So now my reels are just like whatever we're doing in the day, and then bringing in product reels and different, just sharing from the heart, I think has been my biggest thing, because last month someone reached out to me that I've never met before, and this was like a huge milestone, and okay, maybe this is going to work. Someone reached out to me that I've never met, and I started following them, like you said, just planting those seeds and kind of starting to follow people and show interest in their lives, but following people that you're interested in. So really narrowing down your niche and seeing who you vibe with and what accounts you vibe with, and then just going from there. Because I was like, how do you message people that you don't know? I don't understand this. At the beginning, I was lost with that. So I think that's a big thing. Just really naturally going in and finding what you enjoy, and then finding those people to grow your team. That, yeah, someone just that I don't know. And that to me was like shocking. I was like, whoa, this person's really watching, and they started their account and they're really curious. And I was like, okay, other people are curious. So I think just believing in yourself and getting out there and not feeling like you're being salesy, because that was also another hang up of mine. So if you're feeling that way, then I totally understand that. But people are actually really thankful. Like, if these products are helping me in my household, then isn't it great that we can help other people? And I think switching to that mindset has been also a huge game changer, knowing that I'm helping others. So yeah, that's kind of my big takeaway, is just knowing that you're helping others and showing up to these things and getting all the knowledge and then passing that on forward. And also I'm passing it along to Nikki, but I just want to say congratulations to her because she hit silver. And I have been following you on Instagram, and you probably don't know that, but yeah, I really learned from like so many of you. So I just want to, community vibe is great as well. So just take all that energy and run with it.
Oh, you're the sweetest human. I totally know you're following me. Don't even say that. I am so excited to be here, and I'm so excited Gloria asked me. I'm actually cross-line probably to majority of you. I'm not even on Glow's team, but this community is everything, and I'm so excited to chat with you guys today. So I'm Nikki, like Crystal introduced. I am a silver since last month. I have been with Young Living for 3.5 years now. And I was executive actually for 2 years. I dropped once when I had my little girl. But other than that, we were consistently executive. I hit it pretty quick once I decided on the business. It was probably a year into my journey where I decided to do the business. And hit to exec very quickly, and then plateaued for many reasons. This business is not easy. If people are telling you it's easy, they're lying to you. I don't say that in a negative way. It's just, it takes a lot of growth. It takes a lot of work. Just as if we were building like a storefront 9-to-5 business, that takes just as much work as this. So I really went in with that mindset. If I was building a storefront 9-to-5, I'd be working just as hard. So that was kind of my go in. Now, when I stepped into the business, I just kind of was like, oh, I'm stepping into the business. It's just going to happen. I'm just going to show up here and there, and I'm going to do this and that. And people are just going to come to me. That's not how it works. You have to connect. You have to build relationships. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to take the action. For so long, I wasn't taking the actual action. I was doing the things that I thought was action. it wasn't action. I wasn't growing. So you really have to do the things. And I think, you know, from all the speakers we've heard so far, the main thing is connecting, building relationships, educating and sharing on the products and introducing that to people. So I don't want to touch on that too much because we've talked about it, but some of the things that I really want to talk about that are personal to my journey is the consistency of this business. It is very, very key. So for me, showing up on social media, a lot of people will say like, Nikki, you're so consistent. You show up on social media. Yes, I did show up on social media because that's an easy way for me to show up, but it was also almost an avoidance behavior for me because I was so scared to reach out to people, to connect with people. So showing up every day, yes, but making sure that you're also doing those actions. It's like Gloria always talks about, you know, you have one foot that's personal growth and one foot that's action. If you're only doing one or the other, you're just going to go around in a circle regardless. So you have to be doing both, but being consistent on that. The consistency aspect, especially in the beginning, sometimes you don't see the results right away. I listen to Les Brown a lot. I love him. He talks about the Chinese bamboo tree. I think that's a great analogy. The Chinese bamboo tree, you water it for 5 years and then it comes out of the ground. Same with this business. A lot of the time you might not see the results right away, but just keep going because it's going to happen. And I just want to say too, for like when it comes to that, like when it doesn't feel like it's happening, this was placed in your heart for a reason. Okay. This took me a little while to understand. There's so many people in Young Living with buying these products. You know, we have a customer-based business. There's so many people. The business isn't in their heart. Okay. Obviously, otherwise they'd be here, but it's in your heart. You show up, you have a desire to do this business, to pursue the abundance, to pursue the wellness, the health, the wealth, all those kinds of things. That's in your heart for a reason. Okay. And when I really realized like, okay, I have like 100 people on my team. If all 100 had this in their heart, they'd be doing this and we'd be like booming with business. That's not it, obviously, but it's in my heart. And so pursuing that because it's in my heart, that was where like the business mindset really shifted for me and understanding that. Also, when it comes to having a team, if you wonder why your team isn't showing up or coming to the things, it's really, you need to reflect on yourself and what you're doing. Are you showing up? Are you doing the things? Are you signing people up? Are you hosting classes? All these kinds of things. That was a huge game changer for me too. It's like, okay, my people aren't doing it, but like, I'm not doing it either. I'm walking the walk. I'm telling them what to do, but I'm not showing them what to do. So you have to do that as well. Okay. Another aspect that I really want to talk about that I actually heard from a diamond leader down in the States, Jordan Trent. I love listening to her, but she was talking about essential rewards and how, you know, we can get people started and then they fall off and that can get really discouraging. And she talks about really teaching the lifestyle and versus just talking products. You know, I think it's very easy to talk about products for us. You know, we learn all the things, we're learning as we go, like this works for us, this works for us, essential oils do this for us, they support us. But if we're not actually teaching people, like the products you're using in your home aren't actually supporting your health and well-being, they're not going to understand why they need to keep reordering. They're not going to understand why they need to replace their cleaners, their supplements, their essential oils, their Tylenol, their ibuprofen. So really focusing on teaching, like helping people understand why they need to get these products into their life. That was like a huge shift for my business as well, was actually educating people on that aspect. I think it's very easy to get stuck in the product education, which is not a bad thing, but also making sure that we're sharing about why this lifestyle is important, why ditching and switching is important, all those kinds of things. And then lastly, what I want to kind of touch on, it's very personal to my journey, is the personal development aspect of it. I know Crystal was talking about this a little bit. I think we all touch about it because it's so important. But for me in particular, I was getting in the way of myself because, you know, we have limiting beliefs. We have certain traumas, mentalities, or whatever that get in our way, you know, perfectionism. The researcher, for me, I had a victim mentality. Everything was happening to me, not for me. Y'all got to switch that. If that's your mindset, like, oh, why is this happening to me? No, it's not that. It's why is it happening for you? What do you need to learn from this? Okay, so don't let yourself get in the way. You can only grow your business as much as you grow yourself. Bethany Shipley talks a lot about like working harder on yourself than on your business. Okay. Your mind needs to be steel in this business. Okay. It can be very, very hard. There's moments where you feel like a failure. There's moments you feel so many things when it's not happening. Your mind needs to be strong. You have got to be strong. So making sure that's happening. Getting away from comparison, that is so huge. For me, that got in my way so many times, was comparison. That is the thief of joy. I think we hear so many speakers talk about that. But you are here on this earth for a reason. You were picked. Like, when you actually think about how you were picked out of like a million little babies kicking inside your parents, like, you were picked, and you were picked here for a reason. You were put here for a reason. You have a purpose. You are here to show up for whoever that might be, your people. Okay. Not everyone's going to be your people. Not everyone's going to be your cup of tea. I think it was Gloria showed us a video of Marie Forleo talking about like oranges and apples. Not everybody likes oranges. Not everybody likes apples. You want if you're an orange, you want your oranges, you don't want your apples. So really getting particular on who you're looking for. You don't want everybody. I used to just want everybody. It's like, oh my gosh, give me all the people because I want my business to boom. But it's like, no, I don't want all the people. I want my people. And so really just looking at yourself and who you are, find that out, because I think it's very easy in today's day and age to lose that, to lose who we are, to lose what brings us joy, to lose like just our purpose and all that. So really get connected with that. And then the very last thing that I want to talk about is having faith, having belief in yourself, in this opportunity, and what's meant for you is coming for you. Releasing that almost takes away the fear. It releases the fear. I did that literally in the month of November. Halfway through November, I was like, okay, I'm just going to release this. I am a new mom. I'm supposed to go back to work in February, unless I hit the rank of silver to replace my income. And so literally mid-month, I was just like, I'm releasing this worry, this fear that I only have 3 months left. I only have 2 months left, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to release it and have faith that this is what was meant for me and my family, and that I am supposed to be at home with my daughter. I am supposed to be on this passion path with Young Living. And I just literally released that. And 2 weeks later, 4,000 OGV was grown in our community, and we hit silver like that. So seriously, having faith in the belief that this is the path you're meant to be on. Once you release that and just trust the universe, have faith in the universe, good things come your way. And so that is just my little chit chat there. So thank you so much for letting me speak. I'm going to pass it off to Lindsay now, who hit exec last month. She's my girl. I'm so stoked for her, and I can't wait for you guys to hear what she has to say.
Amazing. Thank you, Nikki. You're so inspiring. And I just want to kind of start off. Nikki and I, we've never met in person. She's in BC, I'm in Nova Scotia, and we recently have connected through social media and decided to be running buddies. So I think that is super helpful for me. And I think to just put that out there to people is find yourself a running buddy. And it doesn't have to be someone that's within your team and under you. It's just nice to find someone that is in the zone, that's also running for goals, that has, it's kind of at the same spot where you are, the same understanding of the business, the mindset. It's amazing. So super thankful to be running now next to her. So yes, I just hit executive last month. That was super exciting for me. I feel like it took me a little bit longer to get there, but again, there was some hurdles in my mind that I had to go through. I am recently pregnant. I guess not recently, I'm almost in my 3rd trimester, so I'm pre-pregnant. So there was some slowdowns, there was lots of life changes in there, but that was why, and what made me love this business so much is the fact that I can choose my hours. I've got to grow this human and got to use my energy when I have it, instead of having to wake up at a certain time every day. So I guess I'll kind of go back a little bit. What kind of made this click for me, I had went to a event last February, a small in-person gathering, and with Laurence, my dear friend there, and Laurence will tell you, in the beginning, I was very much no when it came to the business. I didn't want to look at it. I had no time, so I thought, I'm sure that we all go through that. Becomes accidental. So then when I met Gloria, that really clicked. That really clicked things for me. I remember asking Glo, when I seen the income disclosure, I just needed to hear from somebody that this is true, because I felt like network marketing, it's going to be a scam. They're just telling me all these hopes and dreams for me to get in, and then I'm not going to be able to get there. So meeting Gloria, she was a platinum leader. She was very open and honest about how long it took her to get there, about her income disclosure. And that was like when it really clicked for me to say, this is possible. And I met so many other leaders that weekend in Calgary who were doing this full time, who were taking advantage of this opportunity. And that's what made me look into network marketing, the business model itself, and understand that this was completely possible for anybody. So basically I decided, so that was in February. In June, I decided I was going to pack up my life due to the pandemic and my full-time job not really aligning with my values anymore, and move into our 33-foot motorhome and travel Canada. So once I did that, I got to work from the road doing Young Living and build my business. And it was the most amazing experience of my life. And I'm never going to forget that. And that was the taste of true financial freedom, what it felt like to me, time freedom, to be able to do what I love and take work with me and not be committed to something. So that's when I had decided in July to leave my full-time job, which I have other sources of income. I will just throw out there. I know executive seems a little early to be quitting your full-time job, but I did it and I have no regrets. That's the day, my last day of my full-time job is when I found out I was pregnant. I was very sick for my first trimester. So having Young Living to be able to work from my bed, to be able to work at any hours of the day was amazing. And that's where it clicked to me. I don't want to go back to a 9-to-5 after I have my baby in March. I want to be able to continue doing this full time. And that has what's helped me set a silver date, is right before the baby comes, I'm going to hit silver and I'm not going to have to worry about going back to work and leaving my baby. So that's definitely motivational for me. Some tips that helped me hit executive. A huge one is to love on my team. So we just can't simply be successful and get to ranks like silver on our own. That would be really difficult and it wouldn't be any fun. So finding everybody that's under me and loving on them, whether that's sending some appreciation mail, loving on them, helping team up with them and host classes and do lives with them and encouraging them has been so helpful. And I think a lot of the time we're so focused on finding new enrollments that we kind of forget about the people that are under us, and that if we just show them some love and appreciation, those people that are customers that we might not think are going to do the business could turn into business builders. And that's happened with so many people under me, have turned into wanting to share because of the love that I've shown on them and helping them get their first paycheck, right? That's huge. That was huge for me. I'm sure that was huge for all of you. So always focusing on helping people build their organizations and achieve their goals, because the quicker that others rank up, then the quicker we're going to rank up. So I focus on 2 builders at a time usually. I see who's running this month, who's showing up and doing the things, and really helping them build their organizations with a good foundation. So something that I help them do is stacking. And this is something I really want to touch on, because in the beginning, stacking was really confusing for me and I didn't understand. I felt like, I know a lot of us probably think that I was going to lose out on commission the deeper that I built, but now it's clicking to me. We want to build deep, right? We know to get to those big ranks, we want to have at least two solid legs. So that's when I started realizing that those the difference between 5 and 8% commission, whatever that is, I stopped caring about that and focusing on the long term instead of that short term little bit of dollars that we might be missing out by stacking. So there's people that I stack in my organization that I'm not making any commission off right now, but the thought process is I'm helping those people up and helping them see the vision that's going to help my business grow. So you're going to make so much more money in the long run if you really grow and stack into your legs and help them grow quicker. And then of course the mindset. So this one's huge, because in order for something to become your reality, you need to believe it and pay attention to your thoughts and your self-talk that you're having with yourself. When you catch yourself thinking something negative about yourself, stop the thought and replace it with a positive affirmation. And I know this is really hard, but the more you start doing it, it will replace the bad habits of negative thinking, right? So instead of thinking, I can't do this, I can do this, and having that belief in yourself. And I can assure you, if you don't have that belief, reach out to anybody here on this call, because they will pour belief into you, just like they did to me in the beginning when I didn't have that in myself. So take on challenges and accept that you will make mistakes. As long as you're putting effort in, you will be learning, right? Mindset shifts are hard, but they will change everything for you once you start incorporating these changes. There are many books, audiobooks, podcasts, videos online to improve your mindset. So really figure out what you're currently struggling with. Maybe it's public speaking that you're having a hard time with. Use each day, which we've talked about how important personal development is, use that time to work on what you're struggling with so you can get better, so you can overcome that, and you can become confident in what the struggle is. And then lastly, I know Nikki talked on this, but consistency. So showing up on those days that you don't feel like showing up. Think of it not only just showing up to share Young Living products, but also just share about your life. People love to connect with you in some way, shape, or form, especially during the pandemic. Everyone's online right now. Everybody's looking for someone to connect and understand with them. And when we're vulnerable, that's also showing people that they can connect with us and putting ourselves out there. So even on those days that it's hard, just show up and be you and make those new connections. And I'll pass it over to Lisa now.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is incredible. I don't know about you, but do you like feel so inspired by all of these amazing speakers? I feel like I don't even have to say anything. It's just so cool. Okay, I'm Lisa Blackstock. I'm like your grandma. I'm just kidding. But I'm a diamond leader and you're all my babies. And I just feel so freaking proud and like fulfilled and everything, just listening to all of you. And I can just sit back and be like, look at what you're doing. Like, you beautiful people have like grown from like brand new to like rocking ranks and just inspiring like a whole team call. Like, what is happening right now? So I am so proud and inspired by all of you. The fact that I'm like, okay, well, I don't need to say that anymore. I don't need to say that anymore. It's just like seriously so cool. Okay. But I do want to talk. I have been with Young Living for 7 years and I was the shyest, did not want to do the business. The products, of course, made me fall in love and I could not help but share some lessons that I have learned and lessons I've learned. I'll go to what made me really jump all in was an event, of course. I went to a network marketing event in Vegas and I saw speakers up on that stage that just blew my mind. And I looked at this like a profession instead of some hokey weird thing, because that's what I kind of was thinking it was, that, you know, like that weird uncle or whatever. Everyone's idea of network marketing can be kind of negative at first. And so I was there. And when I went to that event, I was like, okay, I am going to take this seriously because I can see that this can possibly change my life. So at the time, I was at a job for 11 years that I did not feel appreciated at. I did not feel like I was really living to my potential. And I felt like I was rotting in that little chair. And my whole life was like zooming by me. And I was missing out on my kid's life. So when I went home from that event, I decided that that was enough. I was not going to wait any longer for my life to change. I was going to make it change. And so I quit my job 2 days after that event and I never looked back. And I was so scared and nervous to do that because I'm a person who really loves security. And I really loved the idea of having a pension and medical and dental. So letting that go and diving all in was super scary. So if you're scared, it's probably because you need to just jump all in and let it all go and watch the net appear, okay? Because it will. And then nothing ever was the same because I was able to put all my focus into one basket. And I think that's something that we really need to learn and lean into is focus. So when we really focus in on something, that's what's going to grow. If we have all of these balls in the air and we're over here and we're over there, and then nothing's really going to grow until you hone in on it and focus and put all of that love and energy and everything in there. And your audience is going to see that. So when we're kind of like dabbling and putting our finger in or our foot or our toe in, then people feel that too. They feel that hesitancy. But when you're all in, they know it. They're like, okay, this girl's got it. So do it scared. Like Glo says, like I think everyone's mentioned that, do it scared, do it anyways. Don't wait for the perfect time, because there will never be the perfect time. You know, they even say that about having babies, like there's never going to be the perfect time. Just do it. Your head's going to explode. It's going to be fine. But
Lisa,
another,
can I butt in?
oh,
Can I?
sorry. Another thing was just like waiting on the world. I feel like the world is in such a strange place right now that I kind of have this nagging feeling like we need to wait until it's perfect, or like nobody's showing up to class. Like, you know, have all these things like, okay, we can't do in-person classes, so now we need to wait, or get rid of those thoughts. Whatever is like that block right now that's happening for you right now, it might be waiting. And I have even felt that because now I'm a new mom again. I feel like I'm a new mom again because it was 9 years in between, and I'm like relearning how to like have a baby with this massive business and how to have a toddler. And so like there's all these excuses that we can put in our way, and the really easy one right now is the world. So if you're putting that block in your way, look at it, sit with it and say, you know what, am I going to let the world tell me what I can do with my life? No, I'm not, because the time is going to pass anyways. I tell you, when I jumped in and I let go of that job, the next 5 years was going to pass anyways. And I could have stayed at that job because it was secure and because I knew I could count on it, or I could jump all in and things would change because I decided. So you need to decide to do this for yourself and take ownership over your business so that your life will change in the next 5 years. And okay, another few little tips. Okay, so don't wait for your calendar to fill itself, because it will. Fill your calendar. You fill your calendar. You tell it what it's going to happen, because otherwise time will just pass. That week will pass and your family will fill up your calendar. Other things will fill up your calendar. But if you don't fill it, life happens, right? And don't wait for people to connect with you. Connect with your people. Like, it's so easy to just post on social media and just like wait for people to show up. That's not how we build this business. We need to connect. We need to go behind the scenes. A lot of times, like, you will see your leaders or you will see other builders just posting to social media and they're like, how did they like enroll like 10 people this month? It's because you're not seeing behind the scenes. They're doing a lot of connecting. Yes, they're posting consistently, but that's not all they're doing. So look behind the scenes, ask them what they're doing. How are you connecting with your people? How are you enrolling? Ask those questions. Another thing is, don't wait to feel like you're trained. Don't wait to feel like you're an expert. You know what? If you're 2 steps ahead of that person over there, you're an expert. So if you're a star, you're an expert to everybody who's not a star. So I'm not saying you need to be an expert, but like, you're already 2 steps ahead of everybody else. So yes, get out there and tell people like, this is how you like use the soil. This is how you do this. Like, even if you're brand new, you already know more than most of the people out there. So all I'm saying is, don't wait, get the blocks out of the way and get started, because you are enough and you have what it takes. And like everybody else has said, you are here for a reason. This vision is on your heart for a reason, and it is so, so possible. One thing I want to leave you with is, you are going to be underpaid for a small amount of time, and you are going to be overpaid forever once you get there. Okay. So just know that the work is worth it, and everything is going to work out just the way it was meant to. Whether you lose your rank and you get back up there, you're there for a reason. And like, I lost my rank, it's fine, right? Like, I am here for a reason, and I'm learning from it and I'm growing from it, and we're going to show up anyways, and we're going to blast through and we're going to grow. It's going to be great. So thank you so much for all of you, for all the speakers and everyone was here live watching this call. I am so proud of you for taking the time out of your Saturday to be here with us, and rock December. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, such an amazing call. Thank you, everybody. Bye.